So, how about my groceries are ready, but they didn't tell me. Like, I didn't get a text message or anything saying that my groceries are ready. So, I'm about to go pick them up now. Need to get all my shit. What am I missing? My phone is here, wallet, stuff. Let me, like, put some powder on this face. Jeez. Ugh. Not powder. I'm not putting more makeup on. I'm just. This brush kind of like blends the oil back into my situation. I've been cleaning and like organizing all day. I got a late start. This morning because I went and met neighbors for coffee and then came back and I had to like put in my grocery order, which took forever because I need to do an overhaul. And then I watered all my plants. And then, what did I do? Made a little small teeny breakfast and then finished getting up all the crap up off of my floor. That's why I kept stepping over everything while I was like kind of picking up and I didn't put eyebrows on. It's kind of weird. Picking up everything and watering my plants because I wasn't done making the mess that I was making on the floor. So I finally finished that, organized my paperwork. Now I just have a little bit more computer work to do. And then I'm gonna try and like get a video edited. What is happening? Oh, you know what it is? I'm out of makeup spray. And so I just look crazy. Don't look at my closet. Oh God, let me go get my shit so I can come back. Because it's a whole thing to go and get these groceries. This is what I have to do. Make sure I take my IKEA bags and my cart thing because I live on the upper floor, way up high, and I asked them to not give me any more plastic bags because the planet and I have enough of those. And it's just the whole thing. That's why I do like one overhaul every 2 months or so, 2 or 3 months. So it's going to be a lot. All right, check back in. So, at some point tonight, I am going to have a conversation with my grandmother about my whole IVF journey because she does not yet know. And I have my reasons for that, and I'll kind of share a little bit later, but I've been wanting to tell her this weekend, and specifically today, I like just went and picked up groceries, and on my way to the store, I was just like, you know what, today really should be the day. Like, I just need to have a conversation with her. Well, before I could even wrap my head around that and like trying to like just prepare for that this evening, like somebody else in my family kind of let that slip accidentally, just in conversation. And well, just not necessarily that, but like made a comment that referenced or insinuated something about me that my grandmother didn't really understand. So I know that she probably thinks something is going on, that we're all hiding something. And I just tried to call her and she did not answer. So I'm hoping that she's just like busy doing something and not totally upset or like I don't even know what's going on over there. But this is what happens when you try to have a secret. It always backfires. So like I was really frustrated and upset at first, and I am still kind of frustrated because of how everything is just kind of like unfolding, but really it's my own problem. It's my own fault for just not being open with her. I know that she's not everybody that's my grandmother, but I had my reasons for it, and I've kind of mentioned it in my other videos, but I'll kind of talk about that a little bit later. But um, yeah, so like, although I was gonna like call her this evening and have the conversation, it's like this is a stupid way, like, this is a dumb setup, and I just like, I don't know, I'm still kind of nerved up and like upset about it because that's like my thing to come forward with someone to someone about, like, and it's such a personal thing, a very difficult thing that I'm going through, to like, I have to formulate the words to like say to every person. um and like, I just don't want anybody else to make it about them, because it's not. And I don't want them to make it about something that it's not. So yeah, I'm just, I don't know. That's what's going on. Yeah, we'll check in. Okay.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Thanks.
This is so annoying. Hey, Grandma.
Yeah, okay.
Were you asleep?
Yeah, please. I should have got him. What's going on?
I'm sorry to bother you.
I don't know. What's going on?
Well, I wanted to talk to you because it's about time for me to talk to you, and I need to. Okay, so I'll just say this. Last year for your birthday, when you had your birthday brunch, I wasn't there because I was in California for my first appointment for IVF, or my second round. Nobody knew that. And I didn't plan out my day as well as I thought I had, because in my mind I was really going to go all the way to California and then go to this appointment and then make it back in time for your brunch, but that didn't happen, so I wasn't there. So that's about the time where I started, doing my second round of IVF, because I did start the whole thing here in Arizona in Scottsdale, and that didn't work, and it just happened to be around your birthday in 2021. So I decided that after some research and just things kind of happening, I found a doctor out there who specialized in working with women like me who have specific issues in conceiving. So that was my first consultation, and I've been working with this doctor and this team in California ever since. So anytime that I'm having to plan out or look at my calendar, or I'm doing anything weird, or if anything's weird, it's because I'm probably in California. I've made several trips, turnaround trips to go to these appointments and back. So I've been working on this since October of last year. And so, there are a lot of details, and there's a lot to the process. I've been doing this alone. I've been going alone. And I've had my reasons for not saying anything, mostly because, it's a really difficult thing to go through, IVF. And there are a lot of losses versus successes and wins, and I really just wanted to get to a place where I could see the hope and start having some wins before I involved anybody else into it, because anytime there's a loss, I don't necessarily want to keep reliving or keep feeling the loss with everybody that knows about it or that's involved in it. And I'm not saying that you're everybody, but I have a specific vision, a specific goal or feeling that I wanted to have before expressing to you what I've been going through. I've had several losses, but I've also had some wins. And here recently, in May, I was able to get to a point where I did have a pregnancy. However, I lost that pregnancy. So I've decided to take a little bit of a break. It's around the time where I'm getting ready to start my appointments all over again and start the testing to see where I'm at, and just I have to start all over. So probably, I don't know if I'm going to be ready within the next few days or so to start up, but if I'm not, it'll definitely be in July where I'll start back up and trying again. So that's what's been going on. If there's anything weird that's noticed or said, that's what it is. Now, I know that I already knew from the beginning that maybe some feelings would be hurt from me not saying something to you and other people. And I'm sorry for that. But like I said, I had a very specific vision for myself in how I wanted to present it. And I didn't want anybody else to be involved or help me with that. That's my my thing to share and my thing to try and carry out. And it just obviously hasn't gone the way that I would have liked and hoped. I was hoping to be able to come back after Mother's Day and have this big reveal that it worked. All this hard work and everything that I've been dealing with worked. And it hasn't planned out that way. So rather than, keeping this unnecessary secret any longer, I wanted to let you know that that's what's been going on. That's part of why I've had such a hard time. Part of it. But yeah. I know you're upset.
No, I'm not. I'm just sorry that you just, felt like you needed to go through that, not saying anything, but then it was your choice. It was your choice to do that. So.
Yeah, and I won't say that I've paid for it, but I've had to have this conversation with, of course, Mom and Dad also after a while, because like I said, I started this and was doing this for quite a while before I even let them know, and I should know by now, but I don't know what it's going to take for me to learn, but I, had to tell them in a way that I didn't want to, because on my way home from California one night I broke down. I had a flat tire and I had to call for help, and they were, I think, coming home from Mexico or just getting home from Mexico, and I hadn't said anything, and it was just, again, not how I wanted to share the good news at that time. I was ready to come home and tell them that they were able to get to a certain point that I didn't think that they'd be able to get to, or any doctor would be able to get to, but I got in trouble because I hadn't said anything in the same light. But I don't know if you could understand, or if anybody really can. I don't think so, because to my knowledge, nobody else has kind of gone through this. But like I said, when you're going through all this testing and poking and prodding and monitoring, and I mean, there's just so much involved. I really didn't think that I would get as far as I would, and still grappling with this whole idea that I even have to go this route to try and have a child. It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't know. And like I said, anytime that something doesn't go right, it's hard for me to tell the next person that it didn't go right. I wanted to just skip all the steps and just tell you, surprise, you got another great grandbaby on the way. I really did. One of my dreams is for you to be able to love on my baby before you leave this earth. I want my baby to feel the love that I felt. I want my baby to meet their great grandma. And sometimes it's hard for me to watch you and Colton. It's nobody's fault. It's not his fault. I love it. I love it. But I want that for mine. And that's a goal that I have, not just for me. I want a child very badly of my own. And I think you've known this. But I want to be able to get to that point. I want to get to that victory before I lose you, before I lose my father. I want you to be able to truly celebrate with me in my joy. That is the one thing that I want.
Well, Erica, I feel for you. I hurt for you. I have pain for you, and I know that you would be a great, great mom. And it would give me nothing but great, great, exceptional joy to be able to say this is Erica's child. You know, because you were my first grandchild. And I have the utmost, greatest love for you. And I can't, nobody can understand that, how I feel towards you. I mean, I love Olivia, I love Mark, I love, Colton, I love August. You were so special to me. And I want so much for you to have a family of your own, a child, that, because this is my child, this is mine. I wanted that so much for you. But I couldn't say, God didn't want this for you. He just didn't, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. And I hope that I never get to the point of questions his choices, because they are his choices for whatever reason. I don't know. And I know that he doesn't make any mistakes. So, and I'm not saying that this is his choice, because he wants all his children to be happy. He wants you to be happy, to have everything that you desire that is according to his will. So, I feel badly that you didn't want to share it with me, and that's okay. I understand that, because I can understand the hurt that you would have. Like, okay, I'm so excited, and I'm getting right there, and it's really going to happen, and and it happened, and damn, it's gone. I can understand that. But you are so, I was telling your mom today, you are so much you and Mark, and so much, like, you have so much of your mom in you, yet you have so much of your dad. I just feel like sometimes that you guys are just you're so secretive to me. It's like, I don't know, whether it's just, you don't want to share yourself or whatever. And I've kind of learned to, I've learned to accept that, because that's the way you are, And I try not to be hurt. I try not to feel any kind of negativity or anything like that, because I know that's who you are, and I know that's who God created you. And He understands you better than I, or even that you can understand yourself. So I accept that.
But I hope that you also understand that it's not to intentionally keep you out of things. It's not intentionally to anything negative or like, I don't know, it's not that, it's just I have ideas in my head the way that I would just, I mean, and they never pan out that way, but just once I would like for things to go the way that I dreamt. And it's hard for me to articulate all of this. It's hard for me to say or feel or think or go through myself, let alone sharing that with somebody else. And our family is so close. It's hard for me to even share positive things because I don't want hopes to get too high, because I know that this isn't it. I know that, it could very quickly turn badly, and it has. And unfortunately, I've felt feelings of regret in certain circumstances when I did have someone there or shared, because just as quick as there is hope and celebration, there's loss and it's just hard. Sometimes a lot of times, most of the times, I just want to deal with it on my own and not get anybody else involved, because I know that when I hurt, everybody else hurts or feels something or just feels bad, and that doesn't help me. It's just harder to recover. But when I can just do it on my own and get on with it and fold people in when there's happiness. And I know that that's not realistic, that's not how life is, but it just feels harder to recover when you have so many people that know. And then not everybody understands what this is like, and things are said, or I don't know. I know that that's not you. We can communicate and talk to each other in a way that's nurturing and not offensive. But like I said, my main thing is I wanted to be able to come to you once all of this was done and just share the celebration. And when I started, it's like, if this doesn't look like it's gonna work, then I just won't say anything to anybody, and nobody has to know the hurt but me. But if it looks like it's gonna go somewhere, then okay, I'll start saying something. But it's just taken longer than I anticipated. And yeah, it's not to intentionally exclude or hurt or do anything. It's not like a lack of trust or, oh, if I say this, and I just wanted to share at a certain point. Not just with you, but even with my own mother. But I couldn't keep it from her.
Well, Erica, I just, I've always felt like when you have problems for the more people, and I want you to understand this, I don't mean just people, I mean that you can trust, that you can share these things with, make your own. I just feel like you don't have to carry them alone. It's like, how many times I'm hurting, I'm going through something that really, really my heart desires. I want this more than anything. And I want somebody to go ahead. It may be selfish, but that's not my intention. It's just when I say this, that I want others to be able to share it, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I think that when we, like you said, we're a close family, but sometimes I do feel like when it comes to your mom's But I think understanding that you can know where I'm coming from. And Erica, I know you want to have some. You also need to stop and think, God, is this what you want for me? I want what you want for me. If you want this for me, you will make a way for me to do this. And like you said, if you don't feel like God don't tell you to share anything, that's fine. You shouldn't do it. Okay? If you tell me to share with me, you should. Because there are certain times and certain things in this life that you don't tell. You don't tell anybody that, this is what we used to say between you and God. Okay? So, I just, if you don't know, I know, and I feel your pain. I do. I know when something's going on. I mean, I know what it is. But I know when there's something going on with you. But I just like sometimes I do feel like, you guys are so, honestly, just keep things to yourself. And, I said, well, maybe this is just who you want it to be. And I try not to kick or beg or ask or whatever, because I feel like in your own turn, you're going to say what you want to say to me. You're going to say what you want to say when you want to say it. And I try to have the patience and the wisdom to let you have your time, that you have your space, that you do what you want to do. It's like, you don't have to let me alone or whatever. I let you do it on your own. But sometimes I think that you carry the burden so much alone until it hurts you down. It's like just share with me, and it's not like I have to tell you everything that's going on, because I don't want to know everything's going on unless you want to tell me everything. Then I feel like if I can listen to you, put my 2 cents in, or keep my mouth shut, whatever it is. So, I would love nothing. That's what made me feel more pleased and more prouder than to have a great-grandchild like you. I would love that. I really would. I don't care if I'm 100 years old. I would love to see that. But I know that, God has to be in the planet to say, who has the time this out? And you see something that can drop me or what it just like drop me at. Nothing, no big deal. And others, they just struggle, have such a hard time trying to conceive or they're trying to have a child, trying to raise a child. So it's just heartbreaking. You just have to say, God, but this is your will. And I know sometimes I don't know what to do about it, but I feel like it's not fair. It's not fair that everybody else or somebody else can have it. No big deal. Here I am. I would love to have one, and I would do all I could to love it and care for it and spend time with it and whatever. And there's something they have to drop them off somewhere and go on about their business or go in a trash can or whatever. So I just I'm here to go and choose to talk to you. Now, how long I'm going to be here for that, I don't know. Only God knows. So, I just have to, just wait until he touches somebody's heart and tell them it's time to open to say something to me or whatever. I don't want to be the method mother. I don't want to be a method grandmother. I don't want to be the method grandmother. But at times I think sometimes I just say what I think. the wrong time. I think people don't want to hear it, but that's just how I feel. But I'm always want you know, Erica, no matter how you do or what you say to me, whatever, I'm always here for you. I'm always going to be here until God takes my last breath away. I'm going to be here. And I love you guys, and God knows I love culture and stuff, and I have so much joy with it because it's such a real innocent thing. And oh my God, something that came from you or was yours, I just don't, I can't imagine the joy that I would have. I just can't imagine. You know, like I said, I know we can't do anything without God. We can't just, you know, we can't say, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I said, if it's God's will, if it's His will that I should have this child, or I should get married, or I should do this or do that, that's the only thing I can say.
I'm just not sure if there's anything else that will fill my heart the way that I want this to. So it's like if this doesn't happen, then I'm not sure what else. But anyways, that's that. Now it's come from me. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to make it this month or if I have to wait another month. But my doctor seems to be really hopeful and just does not want to see me give up. But I've had to take breaks here and there because it's been quite a bit. So that's where we're at. That's where I'm at.
Well, I can't say that I understand, I mean, truly how you feel, because I can't. You know, I've been seen 4 times. 4 times I've been able to bless me to have them. And I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. But I feel for you. It's like I said, you were my first, and I loved you so much. I love you so much. And I, like I said, there's never going to be another Erica. There's never going to be another you. Nobody's ever going to take that spot out of my heart. Nobody. It's just not going to happen. It doesn't mean that I don't love Olivia. It doesn't mean I don't love Marquette. It doesn't mean I don't love Coachland, about it. It doesn't mean that. But they don't have the deep love like I have to. And if that's a problem with God, then Lord, I'm sorry. I can't help you. And I don't want to help you. Because I had such, and he started laughing. I said, I'm serious. I said, I am very serious. You know, he said, I'm pretty good. I said, I'm telling you, I mean what I said. So, you know, I don't know, like I said, sometimes I know that this doesn't happen, but I can say if I could bypass kids and have grandkids, I'd have been just fine. I'd have been just fine.
I've heard that before.
But it don't happen. It can't happen, you know.
Can't skip steps. That's what I'm learning.
Yeah, you can't do that. gotta go through the process. It's just a you know, stage you have to go through, you know. So, and you know, and I'm glad to have Coach on it because he keeps me going a lot of times when I don't want to go. When I don't feel like going, he makes me get up and go, you know. And I can just see, you know, I miss not having other little grandkids or great grandkids around, you know. And to have something of yours against him or something versus maybe they would have calmed him down, gave him a little behind up or whatever, you know. But I miss that. I miss it. But, you know, I know for whatever reason, I think God is just going to be the end of my seed. It's just going to be it. And I don't want it to be, but like I said, only God knows. And I think that you have to feel like that you have to go through it by yourself. If that's the way you feel, then okay, I'm okay with it there. I'm okay with it. But I hate seeing you so downtrodden, like you're so hurt, so broken. And like there's nothing I can really do about it. All I can do is just pray and ask God to keep his hands on me. That's all I can do.
Alrighty, well, I would appreciate you keeping that up because that is all that I need.
Well, that's one thing about it. You or nobody on this earth can take the feeling away from me that I have for you. Nobody. Nobody, that's what they can more say, can take the feeling to me. That's the deepest feeling, like you said. Also something about it, because you have something about the great years on your head. Grandchildren are a blessing to parents when they get older. And you know, when I was much younger, I didn't understand that. But when I had you, I began to see, I began to understand what a joy and what a blessing is. You know? So, like I said, I'm always going to be here till God take my last breath away. I'm going to be here for you guys. If you want to talk to me, you want to tell me something, or just want me to listen to whatever you have going on, I'm here. And I hope that I never overstep on boundaries. If I do, then you'll just have to forgive me. God will have to